Yo, what is going on? This is Unbounded once again. I'm your host, and got my boy Isaac. Hey, Isaac, before we really get into some of the conversations, because I'm trying to get my computer straight, have you ever had a situation where you've seen a Pookie? So you know what a Pookie is now, because we've had the conversation about Pookies, and it made you embarrassed to be a man?
Hang on, I gotta...
Because I just had one of these situations yesterday. I
gotta
deliberately didn't tell you about it just to talk about it on the podcast.
Oh, yeah, Elaine.
Huh?
Elaine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've dealt with a few people. I've dealt with a few lames in my lifetime.
All right, let me tell you about my situation with a local Pookie.
Yeah.
So I'm at 7-Eleven getting gas because I'm about to start dashing. And I go in the store because I need an energy drink because I'm already tired.
Right.
And so I come out, I'm pumping gas. And you remember the song TLC?
Yes, I think so.
Scrubs?
Oh, yeah.
I saw that happen in real life.
Okay.
So homeboy is on the other side of the car yelling at a girl. I don't know what he's saying. But he's yelling. And I'm looking like, dog, shut up. And then he pulls out of his pocket a red bandana. So I'm guessing he's a blood. And he's whoop. I was like, dog, shut up. Yeah, I'm looking at myself on the delay. Shut up. But that was so embarrassing because one, it looked like from my point of view, it looked like he was attempting to spit game at this girl walking away from him. And if I could remember correctly, I think he was objectifying her. I think I heard something about a butt. And so my first instinct was, yell shut up. And then I saw the flag. And I was like, I ain't trying to get off.
You trying to get in nothing.
In the same city that a bunch of my kids live at, right outside the neighborhood a lot of them stay at. I ain't trying to be out here have crime scene tapes all over the place in Suffolk. So I'm gonna just get in my car and get out of here because this dude's about to make me go off. I can't stand Pookies, man. I really cannot stand Pookies. Speaking of Pookies, I brought that up because that man gave out the most lame energy I could ever see in my real lifetime. You know who else gives off lame energy like that?
Joe Budden.
Not the one I was going for at this point.
We'll
get to him first. We'll get to him later, but yes, Andrew Tate.
Okay.
Andrew Tate. So we've talked about Andrew Tate a lot on the podcast.
Yeah.
We had Chills of Adonis on. We talked about him before we had Chills of Adonis on, and at that time I didn't know too much about him.
Yes.
I knew he was a fighter because I saw some of Chills of Adonis videos talking about his fights. He made a whole thing about Andrew Tate fights. I was like, okay, this dude can legit fight.
Yeah.
Like he's a dog in there. And then I started seeing more takes. And so depending on who you watch, they kind of filter out the takes that he gives. So if you listen to people that more on the political side, the political right, they'll bring up a lot of the situation that he brings up about how he made a really good point when it came down to the Balenciaga situation.
Okay.
I was like, okay, this is actually pretty spot on. And then comes the whole situation with Greta Thunberg.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't care. I thought it was funny.
And I'm like, I don't have too much opinion of Greta Thunberg because, again, somebody I don't know.
Right.
And he just picks a fight with her.
That's why it was so funny.
And I'm like, dude.
It was so funny. It was like, what are you doing, man?
What did she say anything directly to him before he picked the fight with her?
No. She was just...
So what was the point?
That's why it was so funny, because it's like she doesn't...
I know.
All she does is, for the most part, she's an environmentalist.
She's in environmental things. I've seen that she staged a few arrests or whatnot. It is what it is.
Yeah,
I know how they. I know how
she's
it gets.
big. She's big.
She's big on environment stuff because I only knew that because my first year working at Suffolk at the school I'm at, one of the first teachers I was working with, she talked about her.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, this name sounds interesting. At this time, she was still a minor.
Right.
Didn't really hear too much about her until Andrew Tate, and then I saw another video. And he bought some type of land, some type of like garage or something for his Bugatti.
Yeah.
And I was like, who says Bugatti like that? He literally said Bugatti. Okay. And I'm like, this sounds like, you remember that one kid, and I'm not specifically speaking of like certain kid, but there's like one kid in everybody's school that like collects toy like car like stickers and looks up cars and whatnot on the internet when he's supposed to be doing his work. This is Andrew Tate.
Okay.
This is what Andrew Tate was as a kid. I can legitimately believe that Andrew Tate was probably somebody that would hang with us because we were like the cornballs of our time. We were. But the difference between us and Andrew Tate is overcompensating for the fact that he's a cornball.
Yeah.
No, it's okay. We know you're corny.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's okay.
It's like he's corny. He knows he's corny, and everybody's trying to tell him. Well, we're trying to tell him, dude, it's okay. He's like, no, it's not okay. I have to be this.
No, you don't, bro.
You don't.
And that's my whole issue with Andrew Tate. Because I told you, I was like, Andrew Tate has to be the most corniest black man ever, and there's Russell Wilson standing right there at you.
I actually like Russell Wilson.
Well, not too many people in the sports league, because evidently Sean Payton's not a fan of him.
Right, well.
But yeah, that was my whole spiel on Andrew Tate. I haven't been keeping up with him as much outside of the few tweets that I get on Twitter, and he's always talking about the Matrix. I'm like, dude, you're a controlled op. Shut up.
Wait,
Andrew Tate's a controlled op. Ain't no way you gonna sit here and tell me he's not controlled.
He's definitely controlled.
He's definitely controlled op. Dog, Lord have mercy. That really cracked me up.
It really grinded your gears.
A little bit. A little bit.
He's a lame. Lames grind your gears, see?
And it's not not even the fact that he's a lame that grinds my gears. It's the fact that you're a cornball and you won't just embrace the fact that you're a cornball. Like Russell Wilson has embraced the fact he's a cornball.
It is okay to be a cornball.
And speaking of cornballs,
okay to be corny.
Why is it that people were so mad at Michael B. Jordan for basically saying, "Look, it kind of bothered me being called a cornball by this one lady."
Why are they mad?
Because
it shouldn't be like
because you're not supposed to confront women about situations that happen to you, no matter how bad it made you feel, according to some of these people.
Oh, are you kidding me?
I wish I wasn't.
No, because like I know for a fact if I know it probably wouldn't mean anything to them now, but like I wish I could be in that situation. You know, all the women I remember in my life who like picked on me in middle school. You know, I wish I could be that.
Shoot, but if I get the opportunity to talk to some of the people that dogged me, did me dirty in high school, I'd probably say, "Look, we cool and all, but
I'm not gonna forget."
And I'm not
gonna hold it against you. I'm not gonna hold it against you. Like I'm not gonna hang that over your head.
What happened. But it definitely did do. It definitely has done some damage.
Yeah.
And I think as a man, we should have the opposite. We should have the right to say that.
Yeah.
Woman, you have the right to say that too. As humans,
yeah,
you should be able to have the right to say what bothered you.
Him doing it right there. I'm not even gonna say, oh, he should have picked a different time because, like, no, she tried to play it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He didn't want her to forget because he remember. Here's the thing: he remembered first.
Yeah.
he remembered first. No, because she tried to play it off first, like, hey, we were friends. I had, so he's like, oh yeah, I remember you. You used to do this.
Yeah.
You're the one who did this. So yeah, no, I'm not gonna hold him for that. Can't hold him for that.
No.
And if you are, like, why? Why are you gonna hold a man for like trying to fight through his trauma in this way?
Or exactly.
Why? Why is that why is that? I don't understand why that's such a foreign concept or wild concept. Why is that insane for him to want to, well, he's got to be the bigger dude. Like, no, he doesn't. Not in this.
And it's not like he didn't like call her out her name or anything like that. He just like said, look, he just laid out the issue and said, yeah, this did something to me.
All he said was like, oh yeah, you used to call me corny.
But it's crazy how that same cornball is the one that all the women want.
All women want him.
Even the ones that get mad at him when they see him with a white woman.
It's weird.
That's why they mad.
It's the same people who were dogging him when he broke up with Laura Harvey. He was sitting, of course, like sad.
I would love to never hear that name again.
You know the video. You know the video of him I'm talking about.
I know, but just that name, I just would love to never hear it again. It's just certain names. It was like, I wish that I never knew who that person was. But let's talk about Kaepernick. We haven't talked about him in a while.
Let's talk about it.
So, have you seen what everybody's mad about? What the conservatives are mad about?
No.
So he brought up a situation where he was raised by his white adopted parents,
right?
And he wanted to basically have cornrows like his idol at Allen Iverson,
right?
And his mother, his adopted mother, said, "No, corn what? You're going to be professional, not like a thug." And
his mom said that?
Yeah. And you got to remember at this time, and this is something that I've started to realize at that time, because Allen Iverson, that was around what? Let's just say about 05, 08, between 05 and 08.
Okay.
At that time, this hair would not have been acceptable.
Right.
Even in a household with two black parents.
Right.
My grandfather is not the biggest fan that a handful of his grandkids have locks now. Me, my little brother.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
3 other cousins that my mama's brother.
Uh-huh.
All 3 of his boys and his girl all locked. My mama locked.
She is locked.
My uncle's wife is locked.
There's a lot of locks.
Got another cousin that's locked. Her son's locked. Got another one that's talking about getting locks.
So it's
just a family full of people with locks. And for that era, it makes sense. Like that's not what they grew up on. And look, we're going to be those people in 30 years yelling at the clouds. Believe it or not.
Well, we're going to be yelling at the clouds with our locks, with our fades, with our tattoos.
And they're going to have something. They're going to have something in the next generation that's going to be like, this is ridiculous.
I'm already kind of yelling. I feel like I've reached yelling at the clouds.
We have gotten there because we talk about it all the time. Like, what was it, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
You just came out of nowhere asking me, are we too old to say kids these days?
Yeah. So I feel like I'm yelling at the clouds.
We are slowly getting to that point where we're going to be doing it more.
I'm definitely yelling at the clouds when it comes to music, though.
And so cornrows at that time was not culturally accepted.
Right.
Whether you were in a household with white people or household with black people.
Right.
Because even black people kind of looked at Allen Iverson as a thug.
I feel like thug is more so how do you carry yourself versus
now,
what you look like.
I do think there are people that use that word as the substitute
for what they really
for the ER.
Was. Yeah.
But honestly, there are situations where that word is highly necessary.
Yes.
We've seen it countless times, and thug is very much colorblind. Very much colorblind.
Very.
Because I watch videos and I'm like, thugs. I do it. And I've said it on the podcast. Sometimes you got to call it what it is. That's thug behavior. Young Thug is a thug.
In jail.
Well, that's why he's in jail.
Exactly. He got all that money and still wanted to be. That's funny to me now.
That is a personal problem for him to figure out because that's
whole thing.
Making all this money and deciding to still contribute to this culture that is.
That's all. It's funny to me now. It is. It is. You had all this money. You're going to lose it just trying to be hood. Why? The same thing with Ja Morant. Like all that money.
Ja Morant, boy.
All that money just.
And it's so funny because like as soon as like so I don't know how deep into the TikTok world you are, but there's a sound evidently where Ja Morant was saying after games that they will win. There's a parade inside my city, yeah.
I don't think I've heard that one yet.
So you know what I do. So I hear the word. I'm like, what the heck is that? So I got to go and do my investigations. Like, what the heck? There's a parade inside my city, yeah, and it's Ja Morant. And a few weeks later, here he is. Might not play for the rest of the season. If they find out that he had this blicky on with the team, yeah, he's done for the season.
There go their playoff chances.
Yeah, because what's that clown? The not as talented Draymond Green.
The not as talented Draymond Green.
I know you haven't been watching basketball, but there has been a literal beef. Draymond's been beefing with everybody this year. So it started off with his own teammate Jordan Poole.
Okay, I remember that.
He punched his teammate in the face during practice, and so now, hey, what's that boy name from the Grizzlies that Draymond beefing with, Tonyus?
Oh, the one from the Grizzlies?
Yeah.
I don't know his name. Why are you talking about that?
Dylan Brooks. I think is he Australian or Canadian? He's one of the other. And so Dylan Brooks is trying to be like this whole like he's the gift of gab type thing. He's not that great though.
Like a trash talking or just
somebody was like, these is two trash players trying to argue about who's less butt. And like Draymond has all the reason to talk. Multiple time All-Star, has multiple Defensive Player of the Years, multiple championship rings.
Yeah.
What have you done, Dylan? What has Dylan Brooks done? Nothing. So I can kind of stomach Draymond's talking more than Dylan Brooks because of the accolades. But back to Kaepernick here, because he made a book.
Okay, great. All right.
I'm not going to read it.
I'm not.
I'm not going to read it.
I'm still not done with the autobiography of Malcolm X.
You're still further than LeBron James.
Fair enough.
LeBron, you ain't playing right now. Go read that book. I need to go and copy myself while we over here bull jobbing. But do you think that him trying, because he said he was trying to embrace his blackness by wearing cornrows, and then he had an opportunity to play baseball professionally, but there were more black people in the NFL, so he went with that. Do you think that do you think that is something that what are your thoughts on that?
On
just him basically doing all these things to connect more with his blackness or whatever?
I feel like there are more ways to connect with your blackness than sports. I know you're an athlete. I know you're an athlete, but also you can do, and I imagine he's tried to do other things, but as an athlete, I can understand why he wants to do that.
We as a society have minimized what blackness really is.
We
really have minimized it. And I appreciate the fact that these young black kids now can like loudly enjoy anime.
Yes. Good for y'all.
Shout out to Gen Z for just that. The fact that young black children can enjoy anime and not risk the chances of getting bullied.
So proud of you.
Because I have been bullied as a child for liking Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah. I remember.
And like, part of me feels jealous because I was like, dang, I wish I could have been that. But at the same time, that jealousy kind of gets masked by just the fact that I can smile about that's changed.
Yes.
And that's something now that you can still be a black person and not have to worry about your black card is getting taken because you like anime.
Like you can be a cosplayer.
Right.
You know how many black cosplayers I see on TikTok?
Absolutely.
A lot. They have a whole convention, comic book convention, dedicated to for like black people only.
Right.
And was it DreamCon?
There's a black nerd convention coming. Was BlurredCon?
BlurredCon. That's what it is.
What if that comes around the area, I might actually.
I think that's in DC. I think BlurredCon's in DC. DreamCon is in DreamCon is in Arlington. It's in Texas. Okay. DreamCon is in Texas. I think because that's the one RDC.
I'm in a whole Facebook
RDC World is
with a bunch of black nerds, and it's like deep in that junk.
Oh, because what's his
Breon's
name?
in it too.
Because what's his name has RDC World does DreamCon.
And I really think RDC World has really helped to make it to be very popular to be black and like anime.
Yeah.
Because before RDC World, you didn't really... You had your group, but it wasn't as accepted on a wider scale of black people.
You weren't talking. You had your group, but you weren't talking about it on the bus. You were talking about it in school.
We talked about it in your little faction, like 4 or 5 of y'all deep.
In the corner.
Now there's a whole anime club in schools.
Yeah.
And like kids will come to me, do you watch this? Do you watch this? I was like, no, but do you watch this? And I told them about the greatest anime theme song ever. Yu Yu Hakusho.
That's good. I was gonna say Cowboy Bebop, but
nah, Yu Yu Hakusho got the best theme song.
Have you heard Tank?
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it. Maybe.
I know you've heard Tank.
Noted. So
I know
we're going to do.
I know you heard Tank by the.
We're going to do this. That is going to be a tournament.
We're definitely going to need Breon for that one.
Yeah, I think we should do that next. If we can get Breon on first.
So which one are you doing first? Gospel, or you want to do this one first?
We should do. If we can get Breon on, we should do this one for Saturday.
The
so
anime
just
one?
anime theme songs.
Yeah.
So there you go. See how we just talk ourselves into more content?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just keep talking your fun content.
Pretty much.
So let's talk about a TV show coming to reality. A sitcom from the early 2000s has finally come to reality. Can you think of a sitcom that came out during our childhood that has now become a reality? Don't hurt yourself too much. Don't get slapped too hard about it. Don't get slapped too hard about it.
Power slap? No.
Don't get slapped too hard about it.
Why am I thinking about it? I can't think of it. I'm sorry.
Everybody hates Chris.
Oh, wait. Like dramatics or like...
No, just everybody legit hates Chris.
Oh, Chris Rock. I don't care. All right, so here's my thing on it. I watched him live. I had the pleasure of going to him in person and had a good time. And then I saw the special. At no point did I think he was wrong. Especially, you saw what he said at the end of it, right?
The don't fight in front of white people?
Yes.
Yeah.
At no point, everything he said about the whole situation was wrong. Because I think that he is Chris Rock is, and honestly, I think I've seen the thing about people saying, "Oh, Chris Rock is only funny." I saw a take that said Chris Rock makes comedy for the white people who have one black friend. I heard that take, and I was like,
I've seen similar.
Yeah, so I was like, but I'm like, okay, but that's like, to me, that whole situation about that, let's say Chris Rock makes comedy for like white people or whatever, he's funny to white. I heard somebody say Chris Rock is white people funny. But, okay, I just think I look at that.
I've listened to Chris Rock stuff, and I've had to pick myself up from laughing. So if that makes me white, okay then. Cool.
Yeah. No, yeah. I went back and watched all of the specials from Bring the Pain all the way up to Kill the Messenger. And there was not a time where I wasn't laughing. But it was also a time. But it was also easily. But it was also a time where I was like, where I saw white people in the crowds of his specials.
He had black people there too. He had black people at this most recent one.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't understand like what
it's so.
I feel like this basically what I'm saying is I feel like the whole thing is a deflection from what the real thing is. Is like nobody wants to admit the fact that.
So here's some of the nuances that have been added to the whole situation.
What's that?
So there was a situation where he took a picture that he did some type of magazine picture whatever in I think it was blackface. No, it wasn't blackface. It was something really Sambo-ish. And then he had a situation with whoever the white guy was, and they were laughing over the N-word.
Oh yeah, Louis C.K., Jerry Seinfeld,
which highly weird.
Yeah.
So you bring that up, you can find just about anything in Hollyweird. So
yeah,
there's that.
People brought that up,
and then a lot of people are still mad about the whole situation with the G.I. Jane joke, which honestly, I don't think it was that offensive.
It wasn't. First of all, how was he supposed to know she had alopecia? If she even had it.
Evidently she has alopecia.
Okay, well,
I'm pretty sure he knows.
How is he supposed to know that?
I'm pretty sure
before he made that joke.
Let's just say he does.
Okay.
And
first of all, that tells me something else about
you know what my friend just told me this week.
What's that?
So his birthday was I think Friday, and on Facebook he put my birthday's not today, guys. And so I comment happy birthday, being the person I am. He's like, that's why he had to work for your neck.
Wow.
I get joked about not having a neck. Still.
But I'm saying like I feel like
I can't control it.
That's one of those things where it's like he had you.
Don't forget, Will Smith still laughed at the joke.
He did. I was gonna say no. That's how you know, like you have not even so you don't have a sense of humor, but it's like you don't know how to laugh at yourself. It's all funny. Everything else is funny around you until it's happening to you. That's what I think that situation was.
Let's go ahead and keep it a buck. In the words of Ice Spice. All right, let's keep it a buck.
Carry on.
Will Smith did that.
Yes.
Basically, because he had enough. And Chris Rock said it perfectly. He did it because he knew he could beat Chris.
Yeah.
Everybody else was basically dogging him because he got cheated on by his wife.
Yes.
She cheated on you with your son's best friend.
Yes. And then told you about it at the table.
She literally publicized you getting embarrassed.
Yes. So you decided.
And I really felt bad for him. I really felt because I was like, this is dirty. This is dirty work.
It is dirty. The whole thing was dirty. It was all dirty.
You did what you did.
Like, and for people to say,
then you bring him on to a highly viewed, whatever it is. It's not on television. It's on YouTube or whatever.
To talk about it.
Say, yeah, I had
an
entanglement. Just making up words on the fly with your son's best friend, while your son's best friend is dealing with his own issues.
Right.
Because what he has some kind of sickness.
I don't know.
That whole thing was dirty.
It was very dirty.
But then again, highly weird.
Yeah.
When things happen with people that are in part of Hollyweird, I'd sit back and look at it like, I'm not surprised anymore.
No.
Because Hollyweird.
But for people, but back to Chris Rock, for people to say, like, Chris shouldn't have done what he did, it's like, Chris didn't do anything. Chris did his job.
He's a comedian.
He is a comedian. And it's up to you. You can either find the jokes offensive or you can laugh at them. I chose to laugh because the jokes were funny.
That's a lot of comedians make offensive jokes all the time.
Yes, like,
and that's why the whole Dave Chappelle thing was absolutely hilarious to me, because I'm like, you're mad about what he said, but he joked on everybody.
Everybody.
He did something that I didn't think was possible.
Yeah.
He made a joke against the most untouchable group of people.
Who? The white people or trans community?
The Star. He made jokes about the Star.
Oh, the Jew. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, right.
And didn't get canceled.
Yeah.
This man did something that you don't do. We've seen so many people get canceled for making statements regarding them, Nick Cannon. And he got away with it because everybody else is so mad about him joking about the trans community.
Which he clarified. Which he did clarify.
He clarified, and it was so funny because the girl...
He clarified it in the whole special.
The girl that everybody tried to basically politicize against him was on his side.
Yeah. That's what he said in the special. He said that in the special.
You don't have to watch it, dog. Like, if you don't like it, it's okay. You don't have, like, I saw a lot of people saying he's not funny. I'm like, that's your opinion. I know, because you already know we don't care for Kevin Hart. We don't think he's funny. You might think he's funny, and that's perfectly fine.
I told somebody earlier, Kevin Hart is funny in bits.
Kevin Hart hasn't been funny since to me, Laugh at My Pain.
He's funny. I'm not saying specials are funny. I'm saying he's funny in bits.
He has his moments.
Like segments.
But like a whole stand up, no.
You know, like no. Speaking of things that might be offensive, like when Bob Saget passed away. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like they had a tribute show. Chris Rock was on stage with Jeff Ross and Jim Carrey, and mind you, nobody had seen Jim Carrey for a while. He came up there and said, "They're playing to me." And he said, "I think Chris Rock said, I think it's sad that somebody had to die to get Jim Carrey back on stage." And then they laughed, and then he said, "If that's the case, I'm gonna kill Eddie Murphy next."
Gosh. See?
I thought that was funny.
Right. And, you know, we watch Chills of the Adonis all the time. Chills of the Adonis is like the king of just finding the most offensive thing to say. Oh. And I'm like, I should laugh at this, but doggone it, it's funny.
No, because he said, man, when you watch it and try not to laugh, he said that man was suited. Pedro.
He's straight zooted out his
mind. He said he's higher than Giraffe.
Yo, the Giraffe joke killed me. Literally took me out of here. I ascended to the upper room.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of the trans community. So, to bring it back down. So, I watched a lot of the stuff that you've been sending me.
Yeah.
And honestly, this goes back to what we talked about last week. If more people were side A than side B, a lot of things would be okay. Like, yeah, there are certain things where I'm like, okay, that's pushing it too far. But a lot of the things I've been seeing, especially on the political right or whatever you want to call it,
mm-hmm.
It's fear mongering.
It is.
And I think I sent it to you.
First of all, like my thing is, so let's talk about fear mongering for a right. Fear mongering. Let's look at the definition of fear mongering. By the way, I found the video. I'm gonna show it to you later.
Okay. About what?
About the bit at the Bob Saget thing.
Okay.
The joke I just told you. So here's the thing. The act of fear-mongering is defined as the action of deliberately arousing public fear or alarm about a particular issue.
And you know why it works?
Because people are stupid.
Yes, but you have to use a legitimate issue. Like, you have to take a legitimate case.
Okay.
And so there have been legitimate cases of the G word
Right.
that has come from the community,
Right.
and there are people that you can kind of look at and say your actions are questionable.
Right.
Like, cause I see this one guy on TikTok, and he's like talking to kids and telling them to basically subscribe to his Patreon without parental intervention, and I'm like, why?
Is he part of that community or no?
Yeah, Jeffrey something, not Star.
Okay.
He has his own other issues. Racist.
Ah.
But he. So you take that,
Oh, I know what I wanted to talk about.
and you take a
there's something else I wanted to talk
legitimate
about.
situation, and you say they're all doing it.
Right.
That's why you've seen me take the approach of I'm not going to say that it's a group of people. I'm just going to look at the single person, because yes, the I guess it's a pastor that
is
you
it that
the
G-word?
pastor that you sent me.
Yeah.
He said some stuff that I definitely don't believe is biblical.
Right.
But in that case, what he was saying there, especially the first 10 seconds of that video, where he was saying that the trans community isn't the problem,
It's not.
it's not. And then at the same time, it's not the church that's the problem either. It's the people in the trans community and the people in the church and the people in your family. It just, what was the common denominator of everything I just said there in the last? People. It's people.
Is the G word you're thinking about the same one I'm thinking about?
Not to be confused with making sure your hair is brushed and teeth are brushed and you look good and you look clean.
Okay.
So, yeah, that word.
Okay.
I know sometimes that word can kind of be one of those buzzwords that you might be TOS for. So,
Yeah, but I wanted to actually talk to you about that word. So I saw a video earlier today. Actually, it was trending on Twitter. That word, if we're thinking about the same word, that word was trending on Twitter, and in it, I saw something that kind of it wasn't bad. The video wasn't bad. I got the concept of the video, although for some reason it didn't sit right with me. What it was it was in a church.
oh gosh.
And it was like this older woman sitting in the middle and had these kids around her, and they were like laying hands, speaking in tongues, and all that other stuff. Right? I didn't listen to the audio. I was just looking at it. And I was looking at it, and for some reason it didn't sit right with me. And then somebody said, could this be considered groom, that word, or indoctrination, or something like that? Mm-hmm. And I thought about it. I was like, I didn't look at it like that. Mm-mm. But it just did. So
something. She was just praying for him.
No, the kids were like, let me see.
Oh, the kids were doing the praying for him?
Yeah, it was.
Well, praise the Lord.
Yeah, I thought that too, but I don't know why I felt something in my stomach felt weird about it. I don't know why. It shouldn't have.
Well, no,
but here's the rest of the.
You know how Scripture says, "Suffer the children come to me," and I got that.
Yeah, see, that's a video I saw. By the way, I wanted to send you because I wanted to fry the kids.
Nothing's screaming out red flag right now.
No, here's the thing. I wanted to send you this, not even because of this. I wanted to fry the kids because I saw the kids in there. Every boy in the video has the same haircut.
Well,
that's the main reason because they do. Like, what is going on?
Well,
I know, but I'm just saying.
Well,
I'm just saying. I wanted to send you that. No, but I also wanted to talk to you because of this. Because of that, not because of him, but then we also talked about that.
You already know my take on Hooters and Tilt and Kill. Yeah, we talked about that one. Like, Hooters and Tilt and Kill should be definitely 18 plus bars.
Like,
without question.
Like,
there should be 18 plus bars.
Yeah,
there should not be. That's not a family friendly place. I'm sorry, I'm not taking my child to a place where your what you call it are just like hanging there.
Yeah, but this was the hashtag earlier. I ain't gonna hold you. That's kind of strange. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
that one. Nah, I don't think that's it. Because I've been in some situations where I've actually seen stuff like that happen, and it was like legit. You probably seen some too, but I've seen something like tent revivals when I was growing
kids.
up. Oh, that was kids?
No, those were kids.
Well, look.
I don't know about kids. Well, no, those are kids.
I've seen some stuff.
Those are kids. Look at them pigs.
I done seen some stuff, man.
Like that's.
I done seen some stuff.
No, I know you have. I know. I just know it's. Oh, and then there's that. We talked about that earlier. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny to me. That's funny to me.
Well, I told you she was 19.
I know.
He was 17.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't think that has anything to do with the school.
No. I know. It's just interesting, you know.
And let's be honest, these kids are gonna learn this stuff either way.
Yeah. That's why I said logic.
And
like,
that's why I'm like, this. A lot of this stuff needs to be taught at home.
Right. Teach it however way you want to teach it.
If parents take care of it, then you don't have to worry about the schools doing it.
Right.
It's certain things that I personally would rather, when I have mine, I'd rather take care of myself because I'm like, I don't trust people.
No.
I just don't trust people.
People can't be trusted.
No.
Which is why the more and more I understand people can't be trusted, the more and more villains in movies where they wipe out most of humanity make sense.
Oh no, I ain't going that deep.
I'm just saying.
I ain't going that deep.
I'm just saying, they make sense.
I
was watching Avengers earlier today. No, I was watching Avengers earlier today, and Loki was spitting bars. He said, like, you know, the thing about freedom is like you guys use it as this like quest for power because you can't be trusted with it. You guys, you know, utilize it as a mad scramble over each other, like climb over each other for power.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
You know, makes sense. And he wasn't wrong. He was not wrong.
But that's enough for the political talk for today. When you come back, we're gonna get some actual
good
sports. Pardon the interruption, but let's go ahead and talk. So I know there's a lot of people out there that deal with wanting to wear hats and things like that, but you don't want to mess up your hair. Well, I got the perfect thing for you. I'm a brand ambassador for King's Crowning. Yeah, that's right, King's Crowning. They have dad hats, fitted caps. As you see here, they have little halo turbans that I absolutely love. Look at me, man. Just look at this red turban that's sitting perfect on my head. Don't you just want one of these? Well, use my code Unbounded1. Get 10% off your next purchase. What y'all waiting on? Go get one. Trust me, you won't regret it. Well then,
it's time for the main event.
Shut up. Norfolk State was in the championship for both boys and girls, and again for another year we couldn't complete the sweep, but we got one in.
Yeah, 1 out of 2 ain't bad.
So yesterday it was a doubleheader between Norfolk State and Howard.
Yep.
In the MEAC tournament championships.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to the Lady Spartans for getting to the dance for the
Women's
first time since 2002. Shout out to the ladies, man.
On
Women's History Month. The men, on the other hand,
we gotta bounce it out the backboard, bro. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot going on, but you can't tell me you didn't have it.
Forget all that.
I'm just saying, all that. No, what? Because
you gotta make your free throws. Back when
too.
I was in school, my freshman year, you know what? It was a certain thing we would say at home games before they shoot free throws. Free throws win ball games.
We're at
Norfolk State.
Oh.
And then they stopped us from saying because evidently was too distracting.
This is what I miss. I miss being in college. Well, I was only in college for like a semester, but like I wanted to do that, all that, be in the student section, all that fun stuff.
Yo, we didn't have a student section. It was just the pep band. We used to be in there just antagonizing players. Dog, I got stories for days. So we started this thing where when the player comes to the bench, they got to dap everybody up. So we're like, left, right, counting the feet. And as soon as he said, sit down, it was one game. The dude would not sit down. He just kept
Wait,
pointing.
the opponent or the Spartans?
No, the op.
Oh.
He would not sit down because he knew as soon as we told him, as soon as he sat down, we were going to yell at him to sit down. Oh, Pep Man used to be so fun just for that main reason because we would be in there straight clowning whoever. Yo, and it was so great because we were winning the games. We had won all the regular season games in the MEAC tournament, in the MEAC conference. So it was amazing. We used to just straight be in there clowning folk. I miss it. I really hope they're still doing it down there. I haven't been able to get to a game at Norfolk State since before the pandemic. It's been since before the pandemic since I've been to a basketball game. That's going to change next year though, because I kind of want to be there for the celebration for the women when they drop the banner. Unfortunately, the men couldn't get that three-peat going. That turnover, what was it, like 12 seconds? That was a dagger. Yes.
Okay. Because you know how they, huh?
Why?
I just random thought.
Oh, we can talk about it.
Because I just thought it was
about it.
I just thought it was crazy.
You talking about like the shiesty mask?
Because I just saw a clip where it was like.
You talking about the shiesty jumps?
I think so. Where it was like I saw a video where it was on TikTok. Saw a video on TikTok where the girl was like, where the guy had one on. She had his hat on, and they were in public, like just public somewhere. And she was like, why did you take it off? I was like, I got ops or whatever. He's like trying to, and then she got him to take it off, and all these random people like attacked him and took his stuff or whatever.
So just for clarification, what's going on? He asked me, is ski mask in public weird? Now I see a lot of dudes they wear them, but they don't wear them all the way in the face. They kind of roll it up, and it's like
no. I'm talking about the people who got it all the way down.
They just walking around with it on their face. Yeah, dog. Because I got a feeling you about to try to hit a lick on me.
Like,
yeah, don't walk up to me on no ski mask. Who you trying to hit a lick on? Shoot. Let's look at this this bracket now.
Yeah, it is college basketball March Madness season. The one where somebody's going to make a lot of money and a lot of brackets are going to be busted.
You know, I've not done a bracket in a brick.
I haven't either because I can't. They're too hard to predict. They're way too difficult to predict. The closest one I got is in 2010, where I guessed all the Final Four correctly, as well as
shout out to the Tar Heels.
They're not in it, are they?
The UNC Tar Heels are the first team.
They're not in
to start the season off as number one.
They're not in it. They're not in it.
And miss. How do you start the season off number one and miss? Oh gosh. Yo, shout out to the Tar Heels. This is hilarious. Now you gotta get that Seth Rollins laugh. Where is Seth? Where is Seth freaking Rollins when you need him? All right, so here is the 2023 NCAA men's bracket. Our number ones, we have Alabama, Purdue, Houston. Even they lost today, and then Kansas. Trying to look. Where is Howard?
Howard's gonna get killed by Kansas.
Where is that at?
Oh, it should be in the mid. Should be over there.
What? They're 15.
They're 16. Oh, here you go.
There it is. Oh, they even got to play in. Oh, rest in peace to Howard. All right, where is Texas Southern? Oh, Texas Southern has a play-in to play Purdue. So Texas Southern is going to play in.
Do you want me to keep that playing in the background while we're talking about this?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because I totally would.
Any games that you were interested in? UVA is number 4.
Oh, I know. I'm worried about. Can you find a better bracket than that?
No, honestly.
Have you tried?
Yeah.
Oh. Can you try ESPN? Where they got the bracket? They get a full view of the bracket.
Oh,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You don't have to. Oh, Barcelona won today. They beat Atletico Madrid 1-0. Yep. What else happened?
So Alabama, Maryland, West Virginia. Do you think? I'm trying to figure out if I see anything that looks like it could be an upset.
Let me see.
I would love to see Furman upset Virginia.
Dog, we gotta get that. Would be hilarious.
Oh, Indiana's a number 4.
Y'all are in it?
We're number 4. Let's go, Hoosiers.
How did y'all pull that off?
Indiana was pretty good this year, man. I actually got to watch one of the games when we were up and down in North Carolina.
Are you gonna give it that? Are you gonna give it this?
USC's playing Michigan State.
So Duke is playing Oral Roberts. Yeah, Duke's playing
Oral Roberts. Didn't they pull off an upset a few years ago?
I don't know, but I'm
yes,
not
they did.
I'm not taking anybody for granted. That's for sure.
They did pull off upset. Hold on.
Creighton plays NC State. Princeton, Purdue, Princeton and Arizona. I hope Gonzaga loses.
2021, Oral Roberts upsets Ohio State.
I hope Gonzaga loses. I really do.
What's your hate on Gonzaga?
I don't have hate.
I need Gonzaga to finally pull one off, man.
I don't hate Gonzaga. I just think
Gonzaga has been.
I just think it's really funny, like that. You know,
they're so good until it comes to the tournament.
Yeah.
What are they ranked this year?
They are a 3. They are a 3 seed, and they play Grand Canyon. And then the winner of that will play. Do I want to make a bracket? Because I got it right here. But I don't know if I want to make it. Nah, we not going to do it. We ain't going to do it. We're not going to do it for today.
I'm going to do one later on.
Do I want to make one now?
We'll do one later on. And we'll see about it.
They're gonna
I need
get
to see
busted.
if Norfolk State made an NIT.
I haven't seen anything related to the NIT, meaning like how anything is going right now. That looks so weird. I'm sorry.
If we don't make the NIT, we'll definitely be in the CIT.
Well, what else is going on?
So the Dolphins made a big move today.
Yep, they got Jalen Ramsey.
Big move to fill that void that they lost with Byron Jones, who had to retire.
Shame that.
Byron Jones is a dope player.
I didn't know. Did you know Duke likes American Idol?
Duke loves wrestling?
Yes.
He seems like a person who would like American Idol. That's getting clipped just so I can clown him for it. Shout out to Duke Loves Wrestling.
Love you, buddy. Oh man.
He just like gives on the vibe of a person that likes like singing shows. When he's not watching wrestling, he's watching American Idol, America's Got Talent, X Factor.
Masked Singer.
Who knows? Maybe he watches American Idol too.
I always love that belt.
Dude's guilty pleasure is Hell's Kitchen.
Dude, no, Gordon Ramsay is good. I don't care what anybody says.
I've never watched like he does a lot of. I don't see him doing as much cooking as much as he does complain about food being dry. Perk Angle.
That's the face of a man that woke up on demon time and gives no F's about potential casualties.
Hey, yo, chill, bro.
No, Kurt in TNA was like wild.
So did you see?
Wild.
Did you see? It was on TikTok where evidently was like these toy pew-pews, and it was like water. They put water in it, and you saw people saying, "No, black people don't do this."
Yeah, no, they don't know because.
Here's why we shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
because even black people would assume are wrongfully assuming little kids having real ones for toys. That's what happened in the situation outside of Joe Mixon's house. So you heard about that? Did you hear about this? Did you hear about it?
I know that he's cleared.
He's cleared, but his sister was evidently one of the ones that pulled the trigger on these little kids who were having basically a water fight, and the little boy had wounds in his foot because I think she thought it was a real one. It's like Blue Crips.
Blue Chips.
I was about to say what? So yeah, don't mess around. Don't mess around.
What was I gonna say?
So did you also that onto wrestling now? Let's talk about Revolution.
I was gonna say let's talk about. Okay, yeah, we'll get to the other thing I want to talk about. Roman.
Once again,
and Ray and Dom.
The pay-per-view has been hijacked by a non-wrestling issue.
What is it this time?
The boy and the liquid.
Oh my god! Look,
more people are talking about that than anything that happened on that show.
Why? Look, I get why. Before you say anything, I get why. I do. And I'm not going to say, well, MJF isn't you. I'm not going to say that. What I am going to say is, why are we just looking for ways? This is why I kind of defend AEW to a point, right?
I'm going to defend them in a second, too, so go ahead.
This is why I defend AEW to a point, because the whole show was good.
Yeah, I enjoyed the show.
It was a very, very good show.
I enjoyed it.
Outside
of the fact that I didn't watch the death match, but
I enjoyed everything about it. Everything. Like Hangman Page showed up there like he was ready for a showdown in high noon with the all black on. Like I was here for it. I
wouldn't say I enjoyed everything because the women's match was kind of mid. Outside of the fact that the turn was pretty good.
Yeah,
the turn was pretty good, but outside of that, it was a very good
strong pay-per-view.
Yes,
very strong with a main event that did something that I haven't felt in a while. I'm thinking, wait,
oh gosh, that main event was amazing.
A main event did something it hasn't done. I was like, wait, is he?
They finally did it.
Is he?
They finally did it. It took them almost 3 years, about 3 years, but I now have a new favorite AEW match.
That one.
Yes.
Was it the Revolution tag before this?
No. My favorite AEW match prior to this was Cody versus Dustin.
That's your favorite?
Yes. The emotion in that match
was good, but like
is no. The emotion in Cody versus Dustin. Oh my gosh!
It was
amazing.
I love the full. I love that lights out match. I love that lights out match. Full gear. Gosh. I love the
Maxwell Jacob Freeman for all his flaws. It's the best storyteller not named Roman Reigns.
Eddie Kingston, CM Punk. I love that match.
Okay, he is the best storyteller not named Roman Reigns or Bryan Danielson.
Right.
It's Roman Reigns, Bryan Danielson, Maxwell Jacob Freeman.
Because I think we both agreed there was at one point where we thought Bryan's going to do this.
Yes,
he's going to do it.
I had many moments during that match that Bryan was going to do it. Last minute before overtime.
Here's the thing about it. I knew it wasn't because I had seen the article that said Bryan doesn't want to be world champion here.
This is why I don't read dirt sheets.
I saw it. I saw
Yes,
an article. I saw an
that
article
would have
that
ruined
said
the
that.
match for me, honestly.
I saw an article that said that, but
that
then
would have ruined it.
I was looking at and that article. I thought about the article and I'm like, well, does he need it? And then I also thought, well, there's no way because Eddie Kingston's still going to get it. And then shortly after, Eddie Kingston was like, I'm going to ROH, where he's going to become world champion and beat Claudio. He's going to be Claudio.
Yeah, I think he's going to be Claudio.
He's going to be Claudio. He's going to be awesome, and I'm going to cry.
But yeah, that was.
I'm gonna cry.
That is
I
my
want you to
match
know
of the
that.
year, and it's probably going to stand that way
Speaking of matches of the
until
year.
December.
Speaking of match of the year,
And number 2 is going to be Roman Reigns and Sami Zayn.
um,
I don't think either of those matches are going to change by December. Just I'm gonna go ahead and save that for now because I might be sitting with my foot in my mouth. But,
Alley
yes.
Catch, Charles Mason, GCW, the Elite versus House of Black. Don't care.
That was good.
Love that.
It was good, but it
Loved it.
wasn't. It's
Loved it.
not making my list.
Eddie Kingston, Jay White, Battle of the Valley. Love that one.
And there's been some really
MJF Danielson,
amazing
and
matches
then
this year. It's been
MJF
tough.
Danielson, and then Paige and Mox.
But here's my thing. I think that whole thing was planned, and they're playing it off like it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't.
Here's why.
Why is that?
They're saying that the liquid was tequila or some type of alcoholic beverage. How many black mothers do you know that will allow some white man
To throw
to
tequila.
take a and forget it being alcoholic, any type of liquid, and just throw it on a child who, might I add, was sitting by himself. The mother and the child were nobody else was around them.
Yeah.
That was a plant.
Here's my thing about it, though.
It may not have been like somebody that they had came up to beforehand, like somebody that was known backstage. But they said, hey, we're going to find these two people and we're going to say, hey, we're going to do this for you. And all we need you to do is stand here. And your son is going to get water thrown on him. Because I don't think Max is that stupid.
He can't be.
He's not stupid at
He
all.
can't be.
He wouldn't do that to just any rando in the crowd.
No.
Because we saw what was the black guy in the Independence that a fight almost broke out because he did something
No,
similar.
yeah, because he flipped his hat off.
Right,
And
and
then
people got mad about it.
Dude stood up and grabbed him, and then the other guy the black dude proceeded to put paws on him.
Right.
You know.
So ain't no way that you could sit here and tell me that was not a plant. That was all planned. And it worked.
It did work.
It worked.
But also, I will say this.
Still don't think he needs to go to the WWE with all that stuff because
No.
they be trying to call for his job yesterday.
It's that, and then on top of that, I don't think MJF need. I don't need heels.
I don't think he fits the WWE style. Honestly.
No, it's not even that. It's that he needs to do heel stuff like that. He can do heel stuff. He doesn't need throw whatever at children or whatever.
I mean, he could.
He could. It's whatever.
And
but,
honestly, I think when it comes down
I don't
to
think he needs it.
because he's younger than us. He's like 26.
Wow, he is. Oh my god.
When he gets into his mid-30s, he'll probably still be a heel, but he won't be the edgy, trying to be the edgelord or whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
Like he'll understand that this is why I love what Roman Reigns is doing. Roman Reigns doesn't have to take the tactics that MJF does.
No.
He just does what he does. He's just manipulative.
Very. And gaslighting.
Yeah, it's great.
And verbally abusive.
Verbally abusive.
Physically abusive.
More so verbally than
And
anything.
emotionally abusive.
Dog, he is basically any movie that Morris Chestnut plays in. He is a Samoan Morris Chestnut. What was it? What movie was Morris Chestnut in? It was a Tyler Perry movie that Morris Chestnut was in. I think it was Why Did I Get Married?
Yeah.
He's that
What?
guy.
What?
My fault. Morris Nut Chest. Yeah, we hit talk bad about Morris Nut Chest.
I'm about to go home before I catch a stray, man. This man gonna have me catch a stray for no reason.
Yeah, dog, you should have saw us up in Ohio. We were bugging her all night, calling that man Morris Nut Chest.
Morris Nut Chest? What's wrong with you?
And I started it because what song was it? Jid? Underwear. Underwear. It was the name of the song. And so in the song, he's like, no more chestnut, nut chest. And so I'm just sitting there. I was like, oh, that's Morris Nut Chest. And then my sister feeds off of me. My sister's like my number one enabler, I swear.
I'm about to see if I know anything about mothers. They have a tendency to like throw something and it somehow ends up getting
me all the time.
That's what I'm saying. So, in order to avoid, if he keeps this up, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna do the rest of the pod from under this table as cover.
And you already know my personality. If I know I can poke a bear, I'm not the person like, don't tell me don't poke the bear, because I'm gonna poke.
I'm not gonna tell you.
What was it? SpongeBob. The episode where
the sea bear?
No, not the sea bear. When they were the episode where they met Kevin. And they told Patrick not to touch.
Yeah, he kept touching things.
Touch.
Yeah, he kept touching.
That's me. I am going to poke a bear to see how far I can get. And if I get beat up, oh well, it was worth it. This is my character flaw. I don't know when to stop.
Morris Chestnut, really?
Morris Nut Chest.
Samoan Morris Chestnut.
The Samoan Morris Chestnut.
I'm trying to think of what.
I think it was Why Did I Get Married?
Was he in that?
Hold on, I gotta find out. I think it was
Are you sure you're thinking of Best Man where he was in that? But he wasn't a bad guy. Best Man. First of all those movies are terrible, by the way.
It was some movie. He was a toxic. It was, I don't know if it was that. It was some movie he was toxic in. It was a toxic man. And it was Morris Chestnut. It may not be Why Did I Get Married, but it was something that I really think was a Tyler Perry movie. Because, you know, Tyler Perry movies have like the same plot.
Yeah, that's why I hate
You could be watching Why Did I Get Married, you think you're watching Witness Protection.
Anyway, so you think so Roman's going to be there next week, right?
Who?
Roman. Is Roman going to be on SmackDown next week?
He'll probably be there.
Because I was expecting to see him there this week with the with Jay, to bring Jay back in.
Or maybe it was Richard Jones. I don't know.
But maybe that's not the case.
All right, let me see Why Did I Get Married too, because there was two of them. Nope. I'm gonna figure it out, but I'm sticking with what I said. Lavernius Coles is in the movie. I did not realize that.
Anyway, what else? But then, so let's talk about this. What is it going to take for Ray to fight his son?
It's coming. First of all, shout out to Ray for getting inducted to the WWE Hall of Fame. I didn't see it coming.
Conan, by the way, Conan is going to induct him.
Well, since his son is kind of his off right now, I don't think there's a better option to do it.
I feel like it would be like he gets up there and just.
But you already know what's going to happen at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony, right? He's going to crash it.
Him and Rhea.
He's going to crash it. They just needed to set something else up just for him to crash it.
That's what I was saying, because there's no holidays.
And then get beat up.
I was going to say Cinco de Mayo, but that's after WrestleMania.
No, and that sucks because I was like, there's no more holidays for Don to be a menace at now. So now he's just got to pop up at his job.
Yeah, he's just...
This is not take your son to work day.
No, him and Rhea, no, because he's gonna have Leah, he's gonna have Angie up there with him. He's gonna come up there, him and Rhea. Not even just, it's just gonna be him and Rhea. Not even the all of Judgment Day.
And you already know it. Rhea and
Angie,
not Angie, but Aaliyah got beef already.
They do.
This is Mr. Steal Your Man.
No, because Buddy was tweeting back at some of the stuff, like, you know, of
that whole thing is so weird because
it's really weird.
They are storyline dating.
Yes,
because that was made noted by Cole. He was like Dominic and his girlfriend. I was like, wait, I didn't really take it as them dating, but okay.
I mean, well, he took her. Think about it, how many times he took her to meet her parents. Just logically, come on. You take your girl to meet your parent.
I've had a few girls that weren't my girlfriend meet my parents.
As somebody who just...
Again, they were people of interest, so...
As somebody who has a girlfriend who just... I said what I said. As somebody who has a girlfriend and just introduced that girlfriend to said parents, you know what I mean? It's official now. You know what I mean? Was that your celebration of the fact of what I said?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
I do this, I have a coworker. And I started last year. Anytime I'm trying to cheer her up, I just walk to her and do a quick raise the roof.
I appreciate it.
Again, that's me poking the bear because I'm like, one day she's going to slap me. And I'm going to be okay.
Speaking of which, the Oscars are tonight again.
Who cares?
Nobody cares. You know, that'd be funny.
Who cares?
Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
You guys bout it? No, we're not about it. We about it.
Yeah, we got other
That's
things.
All it is.
We have other things.
And that's all it's going to be.
Yeah, we have
Wait,
other things.
who do we think we are? Mello and Trick?
I don't know. What else?
Yo. We think we are Trick and Mello?
So, if we are, who's who?
Huh?
Who's who?
I'm definitely Trick.
Okay.
Because I'm the mouth of the group. I just talk. I don't know. Half the time, I don't know what I'm saying.
Did you get a chance to watch that match I told you about? Creed and Damon Kemp?
No.
The ambulance match?
No, but I'm definitely probably going to watch it.
The match wasn't good.
I got to catch up to NXT.
The match wasn't good, but it was definitely had vibes of the end where it's like, okay, he's just shooting now. They're not even...
Well, these guys are legit like wrestlers.
I know, but I'm just saying,
like all collegiate dudes.
No, I know that's
David Kemp, brother of Olympic gold medalist Gable Steveson.
Where is he anyway?
Somebody said he might be trying to prepare for another run at the Olympics.
Huh. Just curious.
Plus you got the Creed brothers who also were collegiate wrestlers and did you catch the build up to that match?
I
forget which Creed brother it was, but they had was it Brutus?
Brutus and
Damon Kemp actually had a wrestling match in college.
Okay.
And Damon gave him the work. And if I can find it again, I'm gonna send it to you. But yeah, they got some there's some beef going on there. That's Coach G. Oh Lord, I just realized that.
Oh man, you just put yourself on blast. Speaking of which, Coach, how is that?
Coaching is fun.
Is it? What is your coaching style? Are you Bill Cowher? Are you
Pete
Tom
Carroll?
Landry?
Pete Carroll.
You Tom Landry?
As many times as I've been out there, woo! Dog.
But you love it.
I'm enjoying myself. I'm loving it. I am great. I am definitely enjoying it. Week 2, here we go.
When's the first game?
I don't know yet.
All right. But now it's just like preseason, just prep.
Yeah.
And all that other stuff.
Be working.
All right.
I've kind of developed some skills out there.
Are they listening to you?
Yeah. I've started to develop some skills, and I've been watching some games. I'm like, man, this might be more fun than soccer.
All right.
I made a TikTok related to field hockey yesterday.
I saw it.
I thought that was funny too. Cause it reminds me of a few people. What else is going on?
What are you predictions? What do you think exactly he's gonna do?
Who, Dom?
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to.
I was saying, what exactly crashing?
He's
like
going
how?
to. He's going to hold
like crashing.
Mom. He's going to hold his mother hostage.
But like what like at the house, or like you think he's gonna do the house thing again, or like
why not? He be at the house. They need to have one of those segments again, like the segment with Orton and Triple H in the house was so iconic.
They brawled in the house.
I need that.
Yeah.
Because one, Dom is Raw, so they can set this up tomorrow.
Yes.
So Judgment Day is on
so
Raw.
Close. He is close. Ray is
ready to haul off and just.
Ray just needs a little bit of push. He just needs a little bit of a push.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yes.
You mess with my wife.
Like Ray, because Ray is on SmackDown. Or Ray's on
SmackDown. Dom's on Raw.
Okay. So where do you think they should do the segment? Should they do the segment on Raw, or should they do the segment on SmackDown?
Raw.
So do like the house invasion
I say
on Raw.
Yeah.
So like house invasion, he kicks in and like have what? Rhea put his hands on his mom or on Aaliyah or whatever. You know, when Ray is like at the arena.
Yeah.
Like, or just have all of Judgment Day, or just
Rhea and Rhea.
Rhea and Dom.
Rhea and Dom. That's all you need.
Every time I hear it, I still think it's.
Mommy just slapped mommy.
That's what I'm saying. I was gonna get to that. I was like, is that not just? It's not even cringe. It's just like that's insane.
The joke has always been made on the other side. So it's like you bring your girl over. It's just like, no, your girl brings you over. It's like daddy passed the salt, and both you and the father just reach out.
Yeah,
it's the other way around.
Yeah,
calling this woman mommy around your mother.
So
no.
It's weird. It's so.
And he said on Friday, I wish Eddie were my dad.
I was like, yo, oh man, that would be.
That was basically him saying, I wish Eddie would have won the ladder match.
That's exactly what he said.
No, the way they're bringing all the callbacks to this story has been amazing. Because even the Miz, what was it last year? He was like, "You look more like Grant. You look more like Eddie." The callbacks in this entire story has been amazing. I love long-term stories that give you something to keep.
But you hated. Would you say you hated Paige and Omega?
Did I hate Paige and Omega?
Did you say that? Or you said you weren't a fan because it's Omega?
It was okay.
See, so
it was decent.
Plus, you also said you didn't like Ibushi and Omega.
No, I did like that because that was one of my favorite tag matches: the Golden Lovers versus the Young Bucks.
I think his in-ring return is when he faces Speedball at Bloodsport.
Is this whole thing him fighting Pacquiao still happening too?
I'm not sure. I just know that his YouTube channel is just him training just to get back so he can fight, to get back in the ring. Because he's obviously ready. So what did you do today?
What? Are you really about to bring this up?
Yes, we are.
Are you really about to do this to me?
You messaged me, bro.
You're really about to do this to me?
Yes. Tell me what you did today.
I went to church.
What else did you do?
Everybody
goes to church on Sunday.
No, everybody does not go to church on Sunday.
Everybody we know goes to church on Sunday.
No, everybody that I know does not go to church on Sunday.
You know me, I know you, therefore everybody...
No, you're only one person.
Everybody in this room goes to church on Sunday.
I played the keyboard. You didn't do that.
What did you do today?
I sung a song. And I sung another song. And then my mom preached.
What did you do while she preached?
I was recording the sermon.
You're going to make me do this. You're going to make me do this. So this man texts me in the middle of service, sending me a picture of this. Where's the camera at? For those of you, this is definitely a if you know kind of thing. Because when you sent it to me, I immediately knew
You called it right
what it
now.
was.
You knew
I immediately knew what it was.
You knew the exact scripture and everything.
And there's only one reason why you would see this in a church on Sunday is because somebody is preaching about Joshua and
the walls of Jericho.
somebody is telling the story of Chris Jericho.
Not the story of Chris Jericho, the real Jericho.
The real Jericho. That is why somebody has that.
So that was an absolute fail.
And
here's why it was an absolute fail. I didn't get the notification till this morning that I had to play it. If my mother would have gave me a week to work on how to play this doggone thing, I probably would have been able to do it well by today. And I hope she hears me saying this right now. And once the video, I have to upload the entire thing to YouTube and streaming on other platforms, and you're going to hear how horrible I did on it. I wake up, Tony, I need you to play this. How do you play it? You play it. You know what she told me? You know what she told me? She said you play it like a trumpet. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Let me set my armature up for a trumpet. And you remember, shout out to Miss Rosati. Miss Rosati gave me, when I was taught a trumpet, I was taught this very method. M-poo. And so I go for my M-poo, and nothing comes out. And she was like, on the side of your, on the side of your mouth. I was like, that's not how you play trumpet, Mom. Well, you know. No, I don't. No, this was this morning before church started. So
you're having this conversation.
Oh no! This was this morning before church. Before we even leave out of here, I'm getting lectured on how to do this. To the point I don't know what I'm doing. And I did it a few times. I was like, okay, this is difficult. This is painful. I'm not going to keep doing this. And hopefully I get it right at church. So we get to church. And I'm sitting there. I'm just waiting for her to give me the cue. She finally gives me the cue. And I'm struggling. Full struggle bus at church. Straight struggle bus. And just for that, I'm clipping this whole story. And then I'm going to put the clip from church. Because this was a absolute struggle bus moment for me. I don't know how they did it at Rock Church. I don't know how they did it at the beginning of the standout album with Ty Tribbett. That was painful. It felt like I was being pinched on the side of my mouth.
Oh my God.
I will gladly stick to the phonium and keyboard. Never again.
Man.
Shout out to everybody who can
that was
actually
funny.
play the doggone ram horn, because Ant can't do it.
That was funny. What's worse is that it was going in and out, so I actually missed it.
The sound was going in and out?
Yeah. It was like
I
was on the live, and like it would come back, but it was strong. But like I missed them. I was like trying to refresh my page.
Hopefully the quality of it comes out really well for the
man, like,
for once I actually post it on the YouTube. And
I
whatnot.
gotta tell you, that was.
But it was a good sermon.
Oh yeah,
It was a good sermon. It was a good sermon.
For what I heard, it was amazing. Like, there's no doubt. But like that,
My mom was one thing. My mom was she always gonna find a prop.
that was.
Where's my keys? Well, my keys, I have like a little braided string up there, and that was like one of her sermons from like 2 months ago.
That was funny.
And I was sitting there. Was it yesterday or Friday? One of the 2 days. I was sitting there, and she was like, "Hey, you see my ram horn?" And I looked at it. I already knew. I was like, "You're using this for your sermon, aren't you?" Maybe. You're using it for your sermon. Maybe I am. Why are you being vague with me? I already know what's going on here.
I just want to know. Where do you get a ram horn?
Internet.
I'm so serious. I saw that. I'm like, where did?
I think it's on Amazon.
Where did you like? That's what I was more perplexed by. I was more perplexed. Like, where are people just getting ram's horn for whatever they want to use them for?
Amazon.
So be it.
Internet.
Hey, that's funny, man. I don't mean to laugh. I don't know. I think I had to laugh because to me that's church humor.
Oh yeah, it is.
That's why I had to laugh at it like I did.
Growing up in church all your life.
Yeah, like when you like the fact that I saw it and knew immediately what it was without thinking too. It's probably why.
Because before church, I went to the back and I just wanted to get a practice in on it. And I walked back out. My aunt was like, "What was that?" And I just held it up to her. She was like, "What is this for?" Like, you'll find out about an hour and a half.
I mean, like, what was that? Oh,
and I think she was the only one that noticed me doing it like that. I'm like, yeah, you'll find out an hour and a half. I cannot. You know my mother longer than I have. My mom is one of the most creative creatures that I've ever seen.
No, because I remember I hopped into your live one day randomly. She was talking about the whole armor of God, and she had the shield of faith. And I just hopped in. It was random. I just hopped in there.
I'm gonna tell that story.
I saw she had the symbol. I was like, hey,
I walk in because
shout out to creativity.
She showed me. She gave me the scripture and everything because I got to do the presentation. Got to set the presentation. And so I walk into church, and she's in the study. She's like, "Can I use this symbol? We just have a spare right. We have a spare right symbol in the back of church." And I'm like, "Why? I need a shield." Dog. I was speechless. I was like, why?
I caught it. I forgot how I hopped in. I just popped up on it and just watched a little bit. I was like, oh, creativity.
No, this might between the ram horn and the armor, the whole armor of God sermon. Those might be the two most creative ones I've seen my mom do, and I got a feeling she's going to be able to stop by the end of the year.
Oh, easily. If there's anything I know about preachers, is like they're going to find a way.
Oh yeah, they're going to find a way.
They're going to top whatever they did before.
Yeah,
we know that.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's all I got, dog.
Yeah, wow. I got to take a breath. That was
oh my gosh, that's all I got for this pod, dog.
Yeah. We know we're behind the Lucha Underground. It's been a
while, but we're gonna tighten up at next week.
Yeah.
We're going to PBR, so if you don't go, I'm going to PBR after practice.
Yeah, I don't. Oh no, I got class.
Oh shoot! So I guess I gotta go by myself. But
yeah. What time does it start?
7.
I got class. I'll be in class.
All right, cool. Well, I'm going to PBR, so I'm definitely looking forward to seeing my guys. But we can get up out of here, dog.
If you see Billy, tell him what's up.
All right. Billy Thursday and my boy Gabriel Kai.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
But we're gonna get up out of here. Peace, love, Pop-Tarts. Always remember to drink your water. Oh my gosh.
They been on they I'm on the rail. I wrap it, I bag it, I pack it for sale. Got feeling on speed out, hit me to chill. I give it a thrill, I put it on film. Facade get applaud, that ain't real. Come to my section and flex, we can tell. I got a show it.